Has your fluffy troublemaker been up to no good again? Maybe they decided your new sofa was a giant scratching post, or perhaps staged a midnight Zoomies session right on your head. You give them that stern look, but just a few minutes later, they're rubbing in against your legs, looking utterly innocent. But what if this isn't simply a ploy for a treat, but a genuine, well-thought-out apology? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of feline psychology to decode 20 surprising ways our pets say sorry. And get ready, some of these insights might completely change how you see your cats. First, let's address a key question. Do cats feel guilt in the same way humans do? Most animal psychologists believe no. They don't possess our complex human moral compass. However, they are incredibly intelligent and empathetic. Cats are experts at reading your displeasure, from your tone of voice, posture, and facial expressions. Conflict with you causes them significant stress. Therefore, what we perceive as apologies are actually complex rituals of reconciliation. Their main goal is to restore peace and harmony in the home, because for them, you are the center of their universe. So let's start with the gesture many of us see every day but often misunderstand. It's that slow, almost meditative blink. Picture this. Your cat is sitting across from you, staring directly into your eyes, and then, smoothly, as if in slow motion, it lowers its eyelids and raises them again. Your first thought might be, is she just sleepy? Actually, no. In the feline world, a direct, unblinking stare is considered a challenge and a sign of aggression. But by closing its eyes in your presence, even for a second, your cat is actually showing its vulnerability. It's the ultimate act of trust. Essentially, your cat is saying, I feel so safe with you that I can allow myself to be completely vulnerable. It's no wonder animal behaviorists and seasoned cat owners refer to this gesture as the cat kiss. It's a silent declaration of love and friendship. And the beautiful thing is, you can respond in the very same language. Next time you catch your cat giving you this look, don't look away. Look at your cat gently. Then slowly close and open your own eyes, just as it did. You'll be amazed at how powerful this silent dialogue can be. Often your cat will blink back in response, confirming your message has been received and understood. It's one of the simplest, yet most profound ways to strengthen your bond and show your furry friend that you trust them just as much. Next up, a powerful gesture of reconciliation that every cat owner knows well, the headbutt. No, it doesn't mean your cat wants to fight you. Quite the opposite. This ritual, scientifically known as bunting, is one of the most sincere displays of love and a desire to restore harmony. The reason for this behavior lies in special glands located on your cat's face, specifically on their cheeks, chin, and around the corners of their mouth, which release pheromones. These pheromones are your pet's unique chemical passport, their personal scent of happiness and calm. When your cat deliberately rubs its head against you, they aren't just being affectionate, they're literally coating you with their scent, blending it with yours. This creates a shared, familial aroma that signals, we're a team, we're family, all is well between us. After a disagreement, this gesture takes on an even deeper meaning. It's not just a habit, but a deliberate act to restore harmony. It's as if your cat is saying, let's share our scent again, to put our differences behind us. So, when your pet offers you their head for bunting, accept this precious gift. It's their heartfelt way of extending an olive branch of peace to you. But what about purring? What's so unusual about that, you might wonder? Cats purr when they're content. But that's only part of the story. In reality, purring is a sophisticated communication tool they employ in a wide array of situations. There's even a special kind, often referred to as a reconciliatory or calming purr. This is distinctly different from the relaxed rumble they make in their sleep. This particular purr is typically more insistent, with a higher frequency, sometimes reaching up to 150 Hz. Research has shown that vibrations at this frequency have therapeutic effects. They promote tissue healing and reduce stress levels. When a cat purrs after a disagreement or conflict, they're doing it not just for you, but for themselves too. It's their way of saying, Let's calm down. Everything's going to be okay. They're trying to lower the tension in the room, influencing you with their healing vibrations. Essentially, they're offering you a session of sound therapy to help you quickly move past any unpleasantness. So listen closely next time. It's not just a contented rumble, but an active attempt to restore emotional balance and bring peace and calm back to your home. Beyond head bunting, let's explore other forms of feline touch. Picture this. You're standing in the kitchen, still nursing a slight annoyance at your cat for some early morning shenanigans. Then she approaches, weaving around your legs like a little snake, rubbing against your ankles, first one side, then the other. And her tail? It literally wraps around your leg, almost like a fifth limb. This isn't just a plea for food. This is a carefully orchestrated ritual of reconnection. Just like with head bunting, your cat uses scent glands, located all over their body, to leave their unique fragrance on you. They are literally enveloping you with their presence, creating a cocoon of their personal aroma around you. This is a very powerful statement in feline language. It essentially says, "You are my human. I want you to smell like part of my territory again, part of my family." The tail, wrapping around your leg, amplifies this message even further, symbolizing an embrace and a sense of unity. It's a physical manifestation of their desire to be as close as possible, to erase any perceived boundaries that might have arisen from a recent disagreement. So, the next time you feel that familiar touch of a fluffy tail, know that it's more than just a casual rub. It's an entire ceremony of reconciliation. Here's a signal many owners either miss entirely or misinterpret completely. Your cat has just been scolded, perhaps retreating in a huff, and a couple of minutes later, she settles nearby and starts meticulously, almost pointedly, grooming herself. It might seem like she couldn't care less about your feelings, simply minding her own business. But in reality, it's quite the opposite. This is a classic example of what's known as displacement behaviour. When a cat experiences stress, uncertainty, or an internal conflict, for instance, "My human is upset, but I still want to be close," she'll switch to a simple, routine, and self-soothing action. Grooming is the ideal choice. It helps her cope with nervous tension, literally licking away those negative emotions. What's more, by displaying this calm, everyday behaviour, she's sending you a message. Look, I'm calm. There's no longer any threat. The incident is over, and we can go back to normal. This isn't defiance or indifference. It's a very subtle offer of a truce. Your cat is essentially saying, let's just forget about what happened and get back to our cosy routine. Moving on, this next way a cat might apologise could seem endearing to some and a bit shocking to others. We're talking about them bringing gifts. You might find that after scolding your furry hunter, they come to you with prey in their mouth. At best, this could be their favourite toy mouse, a crinkly ball, or even one of your slippers. At worst, it might be something less pleasant they've brought in from outside. It's crucial to understand. This isn't an attempt to scare you or make you even angrier. From a cat's perspective, it's an act of the utmost generosity and care. In the wild, cats share their most valuable prey only with members of their colony, those they love and respect. By bringing you a gift, your cat is attempting to make amends in what they believe is the most effective way. It's their way of saying, I see you're upset. Here, take the best I have to offer. Please don't be angry anymore. It's their way of contributing to the family's shared resources, showing their usefulness and restoring their value in your eyes. So, even if the gift isn't exactly appetizing, appreciate the gesture itself. It's a sincere attempt to make amends. Now let's listen closely. Cat communication isn't just about body language. It's also about sounds. And for apologies, they have a very specific vocal repertoire. We're not talking about that loud, demanding meow you hear at 5 in the morning right by your bed. No, the apology meow sounds entirely different. Typically, it's a short, soft, higher-pitched sound, almost like a kitten's. Sometimes it's more like a gentle chirp or a soft trill. This sound instinctively triggers our nurturing instincts and a desire to care for them, as it mimics the plaintive cry of a small, defenseless creature. And cats know this perfectly well. By using this kitten-like voice, your cat is trying to soften you up, soothe your irritation, and display its vulnerability. It's as if they're saying, "Look, I'm just a small, sweet creature. Please don't be mad at me." This is a very subtle manipulation, skillfully playing on the parental instincts many of us possess. It doesn't demand, it asks, it doesn't complain. It tries to initiate a dialogue that leads to peace and reconciliation. So, the next time you hear that gentle questioning sound, know this: your cat is trying to find the key to your heart. Let's move on to one of the most touching and unmistakable gestures in a cat's repertoire. After a conflict, your cat might suddenly approach you, drop to the floor, and roll onto its back, exposing its soft, unprotected belly. It's crucial not to mistake this for an invitation for a belly rub. For many cats, that's a trap. In reality, this gesture carries a much deeper meaning. In the animal kingdom, where survival hinges on the ability to defend oneself, the belly is the most vulnerable spot. It houses all vital organs, and any injury there can be fatal. By exposing its belly to you, your cat is signalling absolute 100% trust. It's its way of communicating, "I am completely at your mercy. I know you won't harm me, even though you were just upset. I trust you with my life." This is the ultimate act of vulnerability a cat can display. It's literally disarming itself before you, showing it perceives no threat and has no intention of continuing the conflict. It's a silent plea for a truce, backed by the most powerful argument: complete and unconditional trust. Sometimes the quickest path to reconciliation after a disagreement is simply to let go of the argument and have some fun. And cats, being truly perceptive observers, understand this perfectly. So don't be surprised if, after you've scolded your pet, they suddenly start acting like a playful kitten. They might bring you their favourite toy in their mouth, placing it at your feet while looking up at you expectantly. Or perhaps they'll start doing a funny little dance, batting a crinkly wrapper with their paw, inviting you to join in the fun. And maybe they'll even stage an ambush from around the corner, launching a mock attack on your feet. This isn't to say they've forgotten everything or that they don't care. Quite the opposite. It's their clever way of redirecting your attention from the negative to the positive. Play is a powerful tool for stress relief and for strengthening social bonds. During playtime, joy-inducing hormones are released, and tension naturally melts away. By inviting you to play, your cat is, in essence, saying, "Let's not argue anymore. Instead, how about we do something fun together? Remember how happy we are when we play?" It's a very wise and effective way to diffuse the tension and remind you both just how much you truly love each other. Here's another incredibly subtle and delicate way a cat might try to reconcile, one that's very easy to miss. After an argument, she won't jump onto your lap, demand petting, or purr loudly. Instead, she'll simply come into the same room as you and quietly settle nearby. Perhaps she'll choose a neighbouring armchair, a rug a few feet away, or even just the windowsill. It's as if she's entering your personal space, but carefully, without crossing any boundaries. This is what we call the quiet presence. Through this behaviour, your cat is sending several important signals. First, she's showing you that despite the recent conflict, she still wants to be close to you. You remain the centre of her world. Second, she's demonstrating respect for your feelings. She senses you're angry or upset, and she's giving you the space to cool down without intruding or pushing herself on you. And third, it's an act of silent anticipation. She sits patiently, waiting for a sign from you, perhaps a glance in her direction, a soft word, or simply for your demeanour to soften. It's a very mature and wise approach to making amends, built on patience and a gentle non-invasiveness. It's as if your cat is silently communicating, "I'm here, I'm close, and I'll wait until you're ready to forgive me." We all find it incredibly endearing when a cat starts kneading dough, or as scientists sometimes refer to it, performing the milk step, gently pouring with their front paws on a soft surface, be it a cosy blanket or your lap. Most of the time, we interpret this as a clear sign of utter contentment and bliss. However, this behaviour carries a deeper significance, especially when it occurs after a tense or stressful situation. Kneading is an instinct deeply rooted in a kitten's earliest days. It's how kittens stimulate milk production from their mother cat. For them, this process is intrinsically linked to absolute security, warmth, satiety, and serene comfort. When your adult cat kneads you with its paws, it's returning to that state of profound happiness, and, crucially, it's sharing those comforting feelings with you. After a disagreement or a moment of tension, this action becomes a powerful gesture of reconciliation. The cat isn't just showing that it has calmed down itself, it's actively trying to convey that very feeling of comfort and safety to you. It's their way of saying, with you, I feel as safe and loved as I did with my mother. Let's restore that sense of peace and warmth in our connection. It's a wonderfully intimate and touching gesture that truly highlights the depth of their affection for you. And then there's the gaze. As we've discussed, a direct, unblinking stare is often seen as a challenge. So immediately after a cat has gotten into trouble and received a reprimand, it will likely go out of its way to avoid eye contact. She might turn her head away, look at the floor or the wall. This indicates she's feeling tense and understands your displeasure. However, given a little time, the situation changes. A cat ready for reconciliation will behave differently. She'll start seeking out your gaze. She might sit opposite you, simply looking in your direction, patiently waiting for your eyes to meet. And when they do, she won't look away or glare aggressively. Instead, her gaze will be soft. She might slightly narrow her eyes, or, as we've discussed, give you a slow blink. This searching look is a direct, unspoken question. Are we okay now? Are you still mad? Can we be friends again? It's her way of testing the waters and seeking your confirmation that peace has been restored. A soft, understanding look back from you will be the perfect response. When a cat wants to apologize, she often adopts a highly direct and caring method, echoing her mother's instincts. She'll begin to groom you. This might be a gentle, slightly rough lick on your hand, your cheek, or sometimes even your hair. Resist the urge to push her away, even if your first thought is about hygiene. For your cat, this is the ultimate expression of care and devotion. Recall how a mother cat constantly grooms her kittens. She doesn't do this merely for cleanliness. She does it to soothe them, remove foreign scents, strengthen social bonds, and literally envelop them in her love. When your pet starts to groom you, she's placing you on the same level as herself, acknowledging you as a cherished family member she needs to care for. After a disagreement, this gesture takes on even deeper meaning. It's her way of saying, "You're upset, and I want to care for you. I want to soothe you just as my mother soothed me." It's an incredibly intimate ritual that washes away all grievances. She's not just apologizing, she's actively trying to mend your emotional state, using the most ancient and understood language she knows, the language of maternal care. Here's a rather peculiar, yet deeply meaningful way cats reconcile, rooted in their most fundamental instincts. A cat wanting to make amends might lead you to her food bowl. She'll lead the way, looking back to ensure you're following, and guide you straight to the source of her most vital resource. And she might do this even if her bowl is completely full. At first glance, this might seem meaningless, but from a cat's perspective, it's a profound gesture of immense trust and generosity. Food is fundamental to survival. In the wild, animals rarely share their resources, especially with those they are in conflict with. By presenting you with her food source, a cat demonstrates that you are so important to her that she is willing to share the most precious things she possesses. It's her way of saying, "What's mine is yours. I trust you with access to my vital resources. Our bond is more important than food." This is an ancient ritual which in the animal kingdom signifies complete acceptance into the group and the restoration of peace. She's not just apologizing, she's affirming your status as an important family member with whom she's willing to share everything. Have you ever noticed how your cat turns into your little shadow after an argument? Wherever you go, to another room, the kitchen, the bathroom, she silently follows right behind you. She doesn't meow, rub against your legs, or demand attention. She just is there. This behavior might seem a little clingy, but for your cat, it's actually a deeply unsettling signal she's trying to manage. When you're angry, your cat perceives it as a threat to social stability. In her world, being cast out from the pack is akin to death. By following you, she's physically preventing you from leaving her and breaking the bond. She's controlling the distance to ensure you're still together. It's her way of saying, "Please don't abandon me. I'll stay close so you can see I haven't gone anywhere. We're still family." It's a somewhat desperate, but very sincere, attempt to preserve your connection, to prevent the conflict from destroying what matters most to her. She's not just apologizing, she's fighting for your relationship, using the simplest method possible, being there no matter what. But there's a gesture so delicate and fleeting, it's easy to overlook, yet it speaks volumes. Imagine this, you're sitting there, perhaps still a little miffed, and suddenly your cat, either passing by or sitting close, extends a paw and very gently, almost imperceptibly, touches your hand or leg. Crucially, its claws are completely retracted. This isn't a playful tap, nor is it an attempt to demand something. It's a cautious, almost weightless touch. For a cat, this is a deeply polite, even hesitant, inquiry. It's as if she's asking, "Is it okay if I touch you? Will you let me? Have you forgiven me?" It's a subtle test, a gauging of your reaction. She's hesitant to initiate closer contact, like jumping onto your lap, because she's unsure of your response. This touch is her way of building a bridge across any gap of misunderstanding that might have formed between you. If you don't withdraw your hand, and perhaps even offer a gentle stroke in return, it signals to her that the ice has broken and more active forms of reconciliation can begin. It's a quiet, yet incredibly eloquent gesture, brimming with respect for your boundaries. Now let's turn our attention to the tail, arguably the most revealing indicator of a cat's mood. After a cat has gotten into trouble, its tail will likely be held low or tucked between its legs, signalling insecurity and stress. However, once your feline friend is ready to make amends and senses that the atmosphere is calming down, you'll see a remarkable transformation in its tail. You'll notice it rises vertically, much like an antenna. This posture alone is a clear sign of confidence and friendliness, but there's an even more precise signal of reconciliation, the so-called question mark tail. This is when the tail is held straight up, but its very tip curls gently, forming a soft hook. In the language of cat body communication, this is one of the most positive signals you can witness. It signifies joy, friendly curiosity, and a clear desire to engage. When your cat displays this tail after a disagreement, it's essentially telling you, "I'm so happy we're making up. I'm thrilled to be close to you. Let's be friends again." It's a visual confirmation that the conflict is resolved, and your pet once again feels happy and secure in its bond with you. Cats sometimes apologize in a way that's passive yet incredibly potent, communicating entirely through scent. After a minor disagreement, you might discover your cat serenely napping on something heavily imbued with your personal scent. This could be your side of the bed, your pillow, a t-shirt tossed over a chair, or even the laundry basket overflowing with your dirty clothes. Don't be quick to shoo them away. This isn't just about finding a cozy warm spot. It's a deliberate, thoughtful act aimed at restoring harmony. Scent is a cornerstone of feline communication. When your cat settles down on your belongings, they're doing two very important things. Firstly, they're enveloping themselves in your scent, which acts as a powerful calming agent and provides a deep sense of security. Secondly, and perhaps even more significantly, they're actively blending their unique scent with yours. This creates a unified family fragrance. It's their profound way, on a subconscious and chemical level, to erase the lingering traces of conflict and re-establish the unity of your pack. It's as if they're quietly communicating, "Even in my sleep, I want to be close to you." Let's blend our scents once more, becoming one true family again. Here's another surprising sign of reconciliation that's easily misinterpreted. Imagine this. Your cat approaches you, settles down nearby, looks at you, and then lets out a big sweet yawn. Naturally, your first thought might be that they're bored or sleepy, But in the context of reconciliation, that yawn carries a completely different meaning. In the animal kingdom, a yawn, especially when another creature is present, is a powerful signal of reassurance and calm. It's a clear demonstration that the animal is relaxed, perceives no threat, and harbours no aggressive intentions. A tense animal, poised for attack, would never yawn. It makes them vulnerable. So, when your cat yawns, looking at you after an argument, they're sending you a very clear message. See, I'm completely relaxed. The tension has dissipated, the conflict is over, and I no longer feel threatened by you or harbour any aggression towards you. It's their way of diffusing any lingering tension in the air and showing they're ready to return to a calm and peaceful coexistence. It's a silent invitation. Let's both relax and put what happened behind us. One of the most profound ways a cat might apologise or show its deepest trust is by approaching you and sitting down, with its back facing you. To us, as humans, turning our back on someone usually signals disrespect, anger, or even a snub. But in the animal kingdom, where danger can strike from any direction, presenting your back means placing your complete, absolute trust in another. The back is their most vulnerable spot. Wild predators would never expose themselves in such a way unless they felt absolutely secure and certain of their safety. When your cat sits with its back to you, it is showing you the ultimate level of trust. It's silently telling you, I am so confident in you and in the fact that you would never harm me, that I can allow myself to be completely vulnerable. I trust you to have my back. After a disagreement or conflict, this gesture takes on immense significance. It's the final note in the symphony of reconciliation, signifying all quarrels are forgotten. I once again feel completely and unconditionally safe with you. We are a team again. So what's the biggest takeaway from all of this? The most striking revelation is that your cat's apologies aren't really about admitting guilt. Instead, they're driven by a deep, almost panic-stricken fear of losing their connection with you. Your cat isn't just apologising for a broken vase. She's desperately trying to mend your relationship, to restore the social harmony that her entire well-being hinges upon. These gestures, all 20 of them, aren't just cute habits. They form a complex and vitally important language of communication, all aimed at preserving peace with the most crucial being in her life, you. We hope this gives you a new perspective on your feline friend and helps you respond to their attempts at reconciliation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on even more fascinating cat secrets. So, how does your cat apologise? Tell us about their most unusual ways in the comments below. We'd love to read them.